What's up, guys? Today we're going to look at the new test map for the Frostivus event. Just wanted to give you guys an update because I know you're curious. So the concept that I was given is Santa Claus crashes near or in a town, and the players help him. They defend him from monsters, eventually wandering into the forest, finding presents, and then they deliver them, all the while haunted by a mysterious force that they're destined to encounter. So I was like really excited, right? Because Christmas is my thing, holidays. I know Halloween's coming up. I'm really into Halloween too, and to have this to play around with was really exciting to me. And I wanted to do some things differently from my previous project, Open Angel Arena. And I'll probably transfer the skills back into Open Angel Arena once I'm done here. And the first goal that I had was to make modular objects. So instead of having to build a complicated map, I would build pieces of it and store those pieces into tiles. And here they are, and they're grouped on the right hand side. I'm terrible at naming, just because I gotta say the tile set editing is not the most streamlined thing ever, but it's okay. Each of these squares is a tile, and they represent or contain multiple objects. So for instance, I've got a couple of really complicated ones. This bridge, for instance, it consists of a walking surface in red, the texture for the walking surface in brown, the rails, which came from, I believe it was Day of Defeat. So the rails are just a single piece here, not attached to the others. So anyway, there's that. Particle generators for lights. I have no idea why there's a lamp sitting here, but we'll just ignore that. Or will we? Alright, that lamp does not belong there, but again, who fucking knows, right? Why are you here? Okay, bye-bye. Anyway, and what this does is it allows even a beginner mapper to just paint the map using these assets, using a prop tool. And so a lot of effort has gone into building this tile set. There's a lot left to be done. We could stop here. We could keep going. We've got a lot of models we haven't even used yet that I got. There's a windmill. I want to put in a dock with a little boat that I got from Day of Defeat source. So anyway, I wanted to make the thing modular, and because everything is modular, it is not going to be difficult at all to say, if we don't like the map, just rebuild it. The map's a separate file. I'll show you guys in a minute. And it won't take long, because all this stuff doesn't get deleted. All this stuff is waiting like a palette of paint to be painted into the map. Super cool stuff. Now, the rules state that you can use Valve assets, which is exactly what most of these are. These are from games like Day of Defeat, Left 4 Dead, Half-Life, Team Fortress 2, and basically all I did was I went into Gary's mod, and I got all of the Valve games that are usable and opened them up, went through the folders one by one. I looked at every single prop in the game, in each of these games, and spawned them, found them inside their respective video game assets, exported them, decompiled them, imported them into Hammer. And one of the major issues is that all these games have different artistic styles, right? I mean, Left 4 Dead, Team Fortress, Day of Defeat, Half-Life, they all look very different, and they all look very different from Dota as well. So that's currently sort of a challenge, is sort of retexturing, recoloring, seeing what works and what doesn't, adding reflection to objects, adding textures to objects. Another big problem is rescaling. There's no need for a wall in Dota to have every single brick take up 10, 20 pixels. HD quality textures are not necessary in a MOBA for an object that is the size of a marble on your screen. Now, we can look at the map. Finally. Now, right away you notice these blue edges. That prevents players from walking outside that edge, and that's very important. And this line here is also very important. That's where the camera is bound. The player's camera cannot exceed this square in the middle of the map. So the ugly tops to these buildings that I just painted in with a square mesh, you'll never see that because the camera is bound, and that's exactly how it should be. And we're using props, which you'll probably recognize this from the tile set that we just looked at. This is that building, and you can place it and move it about and delete it and replace it and copy it. You can copy that building any number of times. Super useful stuff. And yeah, a lot of fun making this thing. Let's see. Let me do one thing really quick. Alright, there we go. So, these houses are from Day of Defeat. This particle was actually, this smoke was created from Kunkka's pipe. Here's Santa, without the sleigh, of course. There, unfortunately, is no sleigh in any Valve game that I can find made by Valve, so we might have to make our own. That's fine. Or we can just use something else to represent the sleigh. Let's take a look in game, and I can show you what I was talking about, the edge being camera bound. Oh, I already had it loaded. Silly me. Well, this gives us a chance to look here. Team select. I'm not sure we need this, but this could be kind of redone if somebody knows a bit of panorama. We could design some Christmassy themed elements instead of these default Dota ones. Shouldn't be too hard, I'm told. Okay, so here I am. I'm Enigma. I got my fancy circle. Oh yeah, and I want to go walk off map. I want to walk to the edge. Oh, but wait, my camera, this spot right here is where the camera cannot leave. Can't leave. See, the tops of these buildings are not visible. You can see the edges of these buildings. You cannot see the tops, and Enigma cannot go past a certain point. He's bound to this area by those blue edge markers, which is really cool because you don't have that hard line at the edge of your map when you do this. You can decorate the edge of your map any way you want, as fancy as you can imagine. You can do all kinds of stuff, and I did spend quite a large amount of time sort of just composing this central area where you start. This will be sort of the spawning area. Again, it can easily be reworked if we decide it needs to be, because everything's modular, right? Yeah. This is the spooky forest. Each of these circles, or the squares, that's a square, not a circle. It represents sort of a trigger box that we could code against for whatever reason we may have. Here's a bridge that I'm somewhat proud of, actually, and it's got a stupid little line here I need to fix. Again, not hard to do. I have to make a blend alpha mask to hide that. Just a very simple texture edit. Okay, so you walk through the spooky forest. I, of course, blinked through, but you'll be attacked by zombies the whole time. The Horde Director will ensure that you can't just blink through. They will throw mobs at you. It'll be a lot of fun testing that. And here we are. These golden squares you'll find in various areas of the map represent the starts of the different stages. So you start in stage 1, or Act 1, and this is the start of the forest here. And now we're at the start of stage 3. We're walking through the town delivering the presents. These buildings can be colored any color you want. These chimneys could be made into targetable units. The houses themselves could be made into targetable units if we decide we want to interact with them using a point and click sort of spell. Shoot the present, or it could be automatic, either way. Any way you want to work it is fine. We walk through, we deliver the presents. And then we end up in the final stage here, which is just the top right corner of the map, boss fight, to finish off the game. So that's sort of your walkthrough. And see if I can actually give you a money shot from up top here. Yeah, that's fine. So here's your money shot. Money shot. Alright, thanks for tuning in, and keep an eye out for some more update videos. I really look forward to playing this with you guys and doing some testing. Peace.